We are checking out Michael Jordan wearing the black and red Air Jordan VIII, another shoe long overdue for a proper retro with red pull tabs. But anyway, Mike wore them for the entire 1993 playoff run to the third championship. And it's a long video, so I'm not going to keep you. As usual, commentary after. Enjoy.
Ignore this guy. He's got through, but he's overplayed.
Now 5 seconds. Jordan from the corner. 2-0 Chicago.
How long?
One-hand catch off the glass and to the poster reel. Jordan pulls up from 19.
Oh, he's got it tonight. He's playing 2 on the other side.
Jordan's pull-up jumper goes down. Bulls by 5. Jordan left alone.
You can't do that. You can't. Terrific offensive spurt here by the Bulls, and they're right in this game.
Jordan blows by Henson, pull-up jumper, drains it! 18 first quarter ball. Armstrong for 3. Another offensive board, King. Another tip back in.
Beautiful.
Michael Jordan. Cook doesn't go down. Willis had position. Jordan stole the rebound that time.
Yes.
Knifing pass for Pippen. Timeout, points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Look at this.
Watch the ball fake right here. Yes, bring it back and then deliver. How about the way Pippen takes that up?
Backboard rattling dunk. Take a look. First the fake. Oh. Jordan leaning, draining, smiling.
Now, we end the quarter right here. Look at his head fake. Now, remember, he's straddling the three-point line. That looked one of those guys when they came out with the Winchester rifle or whatever that was back.
Jordan from 30 feet.
29 points, 11 assists. Rick Smith said 29 for Indiana. Michael Jordan with his first field goal. Good ball movement, and Jordan converts his second field goal. Chicago with an 18-11 lead.
Him up rather than get down in the paint where he should go to work.
Michael Jordan, and he drove a foul.
How many times is he going to stick it out there with one hand and finish off in this NBA playoff series? He must kind of like it because we've seen it a number of times already in Game 1 and so far in Game 2.
Jump shooting of Trent Tucker and John Paxson. Jordan off balance. He has 10.
The fourth quarter and lost when Scottie Pippen made a three-pointer with 10 seconds remaining for an 88-87 win. They have beaten the Bulls in this building.
Michael Jordan drilling it. So Jordan with 12, Bulls 47. Time running down. Jordan from center court. Yes! Yes! The season, Michael Jordan, time running down, just across the midcourt line, and he banks it off glass, cleanly through. Put Michael down for 3 points, put the Bulls down for 56, and at halftime, a 56-49 lead. That incidentally will not be worth $1 million for Michael.
So he feels that only getting 2 is enough. Punishment. Probably has something to say about it.
Michael Jordan has 17. Jordan for 3. Yes. Michael Jordan with his second from downtown. His first came from center court right at the end of the half.
Fine with him, but the basketball game, if he can play, he'd love to do it.
Michael Jordan to the reverse. Yes. And it counts.
Now, Atlanta tried to come at him once they saw the double team. They were coming really from the inside of the court. Here comes Keith. You see him there too late. He comes around. They tried to foul him before he could get it up. Instead, with the reverse underneath. You see Keith comes high. He goes low. Willis is waiting. He never jumps. Instead, he watches. I don't blame him. It looked pretty good to me, too.
7 minutes remaining of the game. Jordan goes to the left hand. Jordan with a floater.
Wilkins.
The outside official Crawford said last touch by the Bulls.
You can see that Augman's late getting over there. Wilkins was anticipating the help, but because he opened up his stance too much, gave him too much of an open drive, Augman can't get there in time. Michael has that great first step going to the basket.
Away, down to 5. Jordan against Blaylock. There's the double team, got there late.
Well, it's been late.
Michael Jordan, they isolate the side. Michael's pull-up baseline jumper. Michael has 12, is fully 5 of 10 from the line. Jordan blows by Augman.
Well, Stacey thought he had help on the baseline.
Omni in Atlanta. This is game 3 of the first round series. Jordan hits the deck at right back. Jordan with one of his patented moves down the lane. Hawks with another turnover. 3 against 2. Jordan just slithered right by contact. Michael Jordan off the screen. He's not going to miss that. Jordan falls down and looks to be hurt. He slipped on this. He slipped on this wet floor right in front of our bench. We told you that there is ice underneath here. Michael Jordan simply turned around and went down, and he is grimacing.
Now just keep an eye right here. Now watch what happens as he comes down. He loses his balance. He steps back, and there it is right there. Now, he didn't bump into a sole.
As he was backing back, all right, that's when the ankle gave on him.
Talking about a franchise guy here, and he looks as though that right ankle is giving him some severe pain at this point. We won't speculate. I've seen Michael Jordan helped off the floor so many times only to see him return the same game. Let's hope that's Michael Jordan walked back on the floor, no limp at all, and just as I start thinking he's human, we see him go down, not able to even move, and here's a shot just moments ago, Michael Jordan coming out. He went in, they had to carry him off the floor. He's retaped, missed the 7 games in the last 7 years, one of those a suspension, and Jordan is back out here, looks to be walking all right.
Now you can see, you know he's smarting, except that he is walking a little delicately, but here, keep an eye on him once again. We're going to show it to you as he rolls that right ankle. Right there, he slips and he turns, and he goes right down on the floor.
Dr. John Heffernan, the Bulls team physician, sprained right ankle for Michael Jordan, says it's happened before, and he usually comes back fast.
Hawks are doing a real good job on that staggered screen on the opposite side of the floor.
Burrell out in the face of Jordan, who came up hopping.
They're right down inside. They're holding on to him as he came off the screen. Now just watch this now. As he releases the ball and he comes down, you're going to see him gingerly hopping over there, taking the 20-foot jump shots.
Easy pass from Scott Williams to Michael Jordan, and he's fouled.
Ball and cut. And that's all this is. Give and go. You're relying on offside defense to come and help you. Unfortunately for Concac, no help. Defense, make your foul shots.
Bulls wide open inside the Jordan.
That time by Augman. Now, this is what we mean by ball movement. You'll see they'll make the extra pass. Now watch down inside to Michael moving in front of the rim.
8 seconds to shoot. Jordan isolated against Burrell. Pull-up jumper. This ball game, 6-point Bulls lead. Michael Jordan with the dagger.
Well, he just crossed over twice, and that's a jump back move. But the fact that he shot it inside the three-point line.
But he's going to have the ball in his hand. 5 seconds to shoot. He goes for 3. He drains it. Michael Jordan has 37 points. What a performance. Jordan from 19. Well, 4-0 Chicago. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Jordan with the drive on Sanders. Nance got there too late to help out.
Puts a guy that is far too slow against Michael Jordan. Now you see the isolation here, and Michael just makes the move to the baseline. Sanders tries. Nance comes over, as he always will do.
Here in 1993. Cleveland on a 19-6 run. They needed 21-16. Jordan puts a stop to that, as he has done so many times before.
Coming in with their offensive player, Will Perdue, took a seat on the bench.
Their offensive player takes it straight to the hoop.
Man, did you see how quickly he got to the basket with his knee, and he just was not moving as well in game 3.
Jordan backing in. There's the double team. Ferry comes up, but Michael goes over the double team, off the glass, and has 10 points. 5 seconds to shoot for Paxson. Jordan against Wilkins. The lean in. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he sat back as long as he could and waited to see if his other guys were going to get it going. As I say, he has the ability to take over, and he'll have spurts where he might score 15 points in a row for Chicago. And this is one of those spurts as he's been able to take over this game. I don't know that there's anyone in the league that can respond as quickly as Michael can, and he'll take this right onto the hole, I would imagine.
Pass Nance.
Yeah. I mean, he understands the mismatch very, very well, and of course he's going to use his quickness, take it right to the hole. Recognizing the mismatch, that's what it's all about right here. Larry Nance waiting for some help to come and just doesn't. Michael sees that and says, yes, this is going to be easy. Takes it right to the hole. Has no problem scoring that time.
Played the first quarter, set out most of the second with 2 fouls. Stacey King came in and played well off the bench for him. Jordan has 21. Bill Cartwright gets another rebound. Cartwright has 5 now. Jordan from long range. Oh my, 23 for Michael.
Jordan, you just simply have to try to run some help at him. You'll see him just take Craig Elo off the dribble right here. Look, no one gets to him. No one makes a real strong attempt to block the shot. Nothing that makes him change it up. And then watch right here. Mike Sanders once again matched up against Jordan. The first time he took him right to the hole. This time Sanders has to back.
Cartwright to Jordan.
That's the time, the first time Wilkins has allowed Michael to just step around him. Very easy that time. Allowed them to get out on the break and get the easy baskets. They took that away, kept the score down to this point to where they wanted, and they have a shot here to win this.
Michael Jordan.
They've been platooning those guys, trying to keep fresh legs on Michael as much as possible.
Takes him right past those fresh legs.
From high above the basket, Michael just dropped it in.
Michael Jordan, second chance after his slip here.
Well, you'll see him slip right here. Now, they don't play the double team, the pick and roll well at all. Now, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't even know, Bob. Maybe you can get up and block that one. But not many people are going to block. Watch how high and how quickly he gets up off the floor. Brad Daugherty caught between steps, could not go up, and he goes up over everyone, just lays that one.
Tonight, they are 11 and 14.
There's Scotty.
They brought him to their feet in Chicago. Shoot. Pippen against Grant. Gerald Wilkins fell down. 3 seconds. Jordan. Oh, my.
Well, what you're going to see here is a nice pass from Michael. What you do not see on this play is the screen that Stacey King put on Larry Nance to free up Scottie Pippen that time.
Rebounds for Scott Williams in this game. Jordan's quick turnaround. Jordan over 2 players. 4:16 to go. Bulls by 9.
I'm just waiting to hear what Gerald Wilkins has to say after the game.
Wilkins picks up the foul, and that'll be number 5.
Number 5, about his ability to guard Michael. Maybe he should offer up an apology to Michael, and maybe that will take the emotion away that Michael seems to be playing on in accepting the challenge that Gerald Wilkins made to him.
I don't sense an apology.
I don't either. Instead, we've seen a whole bunch more of this. Michael Jordan using his quickness to get around him, the tongue dangling, as is the case normally when he goes to the hole. And look at the reaction. He's just shaking his head.
The Jordan stopper had a tough time tonight. He's going to be ready to come back the next game, but so am I.
Wilkins lost the handle. Look out! The problem that you sometimes get into with Chicago Stadium. Cleveland out of control. Jordan back on the floor. Yeah, Cleveland. And we know they're going to score. I mean, you just know that's going to happen. I mean, it seems every time you blow an 5 seconds on the shot clock. 3. Jordan over Wilkins. 13 for Michael.
Rebound Cartwright. He has Jordan out in front. Pippen down the middle. Michael Jordan has 15.
About how this game has gone in that effort, and then they do get the score here. Michael Jordan takes it to the hole. Nance with 4. One has to play. You don't have a choice but to play as aggressively as he does on the defensive end of the floor, and I think that's what we're seeing out of Chicago.
Look at this Chicago defense. The double team with Grant and Jordan, the steal. B.J. Armstrong, Jordan, laying in the foul. What a sequence. The incredible, tenacious Chicago defense forcing the turnover. Then the quick break. The unselfish play. The Jordan lay-in and the foul. It is the signature of this Chicago team.
Well, come over here and watch. He's going to come up from behind, and look at the effort. I mean, he picks the pocket, gets the fast break going, and then he's going to end up with the basket. He's going to sprint and beat everyone down here. And he gets the foul.
Jordan, an aggressive move and hit the left hand.
But you see right here, he'll take the ball to the back and just move it away from Larry Nance. But you get so concerned.
Jordan.
Oh, well, that rotation is there. 6 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the game. They have 29 points.
And Jordan goes left that time.
And coming out getting 19 points in the first half.
Jordan with 7 seconds on the clock, and he nails it. The only real reaction consistently from these fans is when Jordan gets the ball. They boo.
Gotta get out there. He's feeling it. You can see it. When he took that first shot, he changed.
Jordan. Oh, that was Jordan-esque. His airness.
He gets Juro right here. And this shot he wouldn't have taken in the first half of the game because he just didn't know if he had a chance of making it. But you got to take him.
No look past the Grant.
You got to take him. Michael is standing out there with Larry Nance. There's no way he can guard him.
Horace Grant, here's that one.
Yeah, right here. He takes Nance off the dribble. And he sees the help coming, and the guy that comes is John Williams, and Grant gets a dunk off of that one.
Nothing wrong with Jordan's legs.
Uh-oh, he's taking it.
Jordan's wrist is okay, his feet are great, and his mouth is working all right as well.
Well, he makes this shot, and this is his third shot he makes. Goes right away, and he's ready to go.
Up by 5 in this third quarter. There's Pippen forcing the turnover. Jordan all the way with the left hand. Now he just kind of goes, it looks as if he's going full speed, and then at the last minute has that burst.
He's setting Elo up.
Look at the tongue.
The tongue is out, and when it's wagging like that one.
Could we see that again? That really is a barometer. Look at the tongue of Jordan. The farther out it goes, it almost seems to be a correlation between distance of that tongue and effort.
You know what? That's a comfort zone for him. Because I've asked him about that. His father, James, is the same way. But Danny Ferry, there's no way he can do that.
Jordan makes his presence felt immediately.
But he got a chance to make a good run at it.
Stolen by Jordan, who led the league in steals again this year, and it pays off at the other end.
You got to play smart. You got to get some breaks. Michael Jordan was smart on this one, anticipating the pass. Turned Mark Price around. They did. Michael Jordan, not wanting to injure the wrist, just lays the ball in.
Ball's another opportunity. Michael calling for the ball.
Oh, he was getting there. There was no doubt he was getting there.
30
shots you got to go after him. This guy, Brad Doherty, goes out. There's no way he can get there in time. Michael just explodes.
From outside, rebound by Jordan. And Jordan using the left hand.
Oh, it's so nice to be able to do that. I like the way the Cavs have come out defensively here in this game before that trip to the paint. You do. You take it to the hole with your left hand. Not everybody can do that, but Michael once again makes it look easy. But I think the Cavs playing with a lot of
the shot clock. Jordan trying to duck in Elo. Look at that little change. He just left Elo on his heels, and it's all he needed to get the...
Not allow Chicago to get back in this game. They would like to have a substantial lead going into the fourth one against the fourth.
Price goes around, packs and blocked by Michael Jordan. With Mark Price.
You'll see him right here. Price gets around, wanted to foul, and Michael comes over.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan will pull up and hit it.
Well, I just think if they get him isolated, get you some momentum going into the fourth period.
Jordan ducks on the baseline. No one stops him, though. 2 seconds on the shot clock with one. That'll count if it goes, and it does. It's a three. Is that typical, Jordan?
Oh, my.
Stolen by Armstrong. What a big steal that is. Pippen to Jordan. Doherty, that'll be his 6th foul. Scott Williams coming into the ball game.
And you see the push. Michael makes the basket and just sits.
Done it again. Almost from the same spot.
Well, you know, you don't take the ball out of his hands. You give a chance for things like that to happen.
Remarkable effort by Michael Jordan. At the buzzer.
I mean, he just stands there. Cleveland stays back. They don't run anyone at him to force him to give it up. You give him this much time, and this is what's going to happen.
103-101 Chicago, and now they head on to the Eastern Conference Final.
Well, I don't believe that. I think he doesn't want Jordan coming off all those screens.
Well, Jordan came off a pick.
Jordan coming off screens and getting open looks at the basket. That's one thing that Pat Riley and his defense preach in their practice sessions.
Chicago trap, and a turnover is the end result. Jordan on the pull-up. Yes.
Let's go back to Christmas Eve.
Look out, Jordan with another steal. And here's Jordan, yes! Michael Jordan whipping by Patrick Ewing.
Love to hang around the backcourt and pick off the outlet passes. It's something you must emphasize to your team.
Timeout taken, 2:57 remaining in this first quarter. Michael Jordan off the steal, and Jordan has 7 points. Nice fake by Jordan. Yes. John Starks did well, and John Paxson, Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Starks on Jordan. Yes. Michael line driving it home. And Jordan fires for three. A three-pointer by Michael Jordan. And Scotty came up smiling.
Michael took a little slap in the left side of the face. He then cocks it up, knocks down a three-pointer, and just makes sure that his face is okay.
Starks on Pippen, so the question is how he would react. And one. It counts on the foul. Blackman is called for the foul and has been very aggressive.
Chicago, when it gets itself out in the running game, the transition.
The backcourt, Grant Cartwright and Pippen up front. Here is Jordan. Tough angle jump shot by Michael Jordan. 15 points in the second half. Here's Jordan. Yes. Nice move, the fake to the right. Here's Jordan.
Paxson, an excellent passer into the post-up area. If your big men aren't working well down low, well, then this guy's not a bad choice to go to, Michael Jordan.
Ball possession. Jordan with the steal, the save. It's taken by Grant. What a play! And it's tipped home. Tipped home by Scott Williams.
You think Michael Jordan has no idea where the ball is being passed, but he manages not only to get a piece of it and keep it in bounds, then saves it before it goes back out of bounds to his teammates just to give him an opportunity. Reminds me of the Larry Bird play against Detroit.
This is what they've got to go in here. Michael Jordan with the turnaround with his first two. Fans wanting to travel. Shot clock again inside of 10. Jordan for three, counting. He's really working hard, and they are just bypassing him in this offense. Jordan goes around. Rivers gets the easy two off the glass. Now just keep an eye on Michael here right now. See, he says, I'm taking it to the basket, and he's showing you tonight that he's going down inside. Now, he took a pretty hard belt that time, and the dribbler goes wherever he wants to go. If you're going to trap the people, you should not turn the corner. Now, just keep an eye on Michael right here. See, he's taking everything down inside. The cardinal rule for the Knick defense. Right again. Oh, there they go. Who do you want? Oh, how about this? Yes. Two-run lead at 39-34. Starks tries to front him. Jordan pops out. Shot clock at 2. Shot clock at 1. Michael doesn't care. He drops it. Oh, nice anticipation by Patrick. 5 on the shot clock. Michael Jordan, the line drive, nails offense. Chicago only 2 points in the last 5:20. They add 2 more on the tip by Jordan. Inside. Let's see what happens. Working on Anthony. Has an easy time with Anthony with the 3-point play. There. in the offense. Now he can get there two ways, passing and cutting like that time, or he can get there out of the triangle by slicing him. Once he's down in there, he can take on the double team play, and they're only down 12. Make it 10, and he is on your side. Jordan only 4 of 11 this quarter from the field this half. We have a whistle and a foul, a lot of bodies down, and just threw another player out. He sure did. It'll be Greg Anthony. That's right. Gone. He said that. Now the interpretation there is that's intent to injure, intent to injure the player. That's right. And this is that you are definitely trying to hurt the player. For that one, here he is on the clear out.
Jordan from the foul line.
Jordan coming back. Well, first of all, this guy, that's his 36th point as he scores. But the other factor is
in the first half. Here's Jordan to the left hand. Beautiful.
Started to do other things, create shots for other people or drive it to the basket.
Right to soar, but was turned back.
Change it from right to left because Ewing comes over. That way you get a clear look at the front of the rim.
In the backcourt. Jordan off the hesitation dribble. Although Charles has had success from the outside in the second portion of the regular season and through the playoffs. Michael Jordan starts with a three-pointer and a two. Starks gambled on the overplay. Jordan knocks it down. That's a three-pointer. Grant able to keep it alive. Jordan. Yes. Coming off the 10 of 12 in game 3. Jordan. Well, that wasn't a good shot. Mason given the room. Oakley missed the tip. Oakley hit the deck. Bulls leading for the first time this afternoon. Jordan. Yes. The Bulls by 4. The Bulls lead 27-26. Jordan for 3. Yes. Michael Jordan
on the screens defensively as they're trying to get over him.
Michael Jordan going to the baseline. Yes. And he's brought the Knicks within 5.
New York has done a very good job of maintaining their clear. Michael Jordan launches another three. To be a hand check rather than the face guard thing at the end.
Now Jordan with the room. Yes. Free pass of John Starks. The ball 63, the Knicks 54. Armstrong and Jordan at the guards. Pippen, Cartwright, and Grant up front. Jordan working free. Yes. Bullwinkle. Shot clock is down to 5. Here's Jordan. And the Bulls now lead 69-60 in the backcourt. Michael Jordan beating John Starks.
He's tried to do it all by himself. They've been rotated back in time, got position.
3 fouls on Starks. Jordan for 3. Yes. Pat Riley wants a timeout.
Starks in the game. Then after foot faking and getting some space, Jordan gets a clean look and again hits a 3.
The Bulls hoping to tie the series at 2. Jordan played well by Starks. Jordan for 3. 82 and the Knicks 72. Starks slapping for the ball, facing the head fake from Jordan. Yes. 45 points from Michael Jordan. To get into it, we have not seen the same kind of ball distribution. An upside and a downside when one player is scoring that many points. Jordan again! A three-pointer from Michael Jordan. He's 5 of 6 from downtown. Jordan.
They're going to spread the floor, run the clock down, let Jordan create from the middle.
There's Jordan on the fake. Yes! 52 points from Michael Jordan.
Comes up out to the side. That means let the main man do his thing. That time, middle of the floor, all by himself. The ball fake gets Rivers in the air.
minutes gone by. The alley-oop to perfection. Jordan leading Pippen. Jordan with the crossover. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan.
Delivering a little subtle blow to Cartwright's body. Get him off just as he receives the basketball.
Jordan one-on-one with Blackman. Yes. Michael Jordan. Pippen to the fadeaway. Rebound tipped by Jordan. So Michael Jordan.
They could have been up 7 points if they convert in transition. Now it's back to 3.
Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan. Jordan went to the crossover. Michael Jordan is now. Rivers pass diagnosed. The end result, the steal and the 3-on-1. Jordan was fouled. Fouled by Starks.
Using the high screen, Chicago knows that New York's going to try and jump it or traps the ball. Ewing switches out, extends, there's hand on the ball, just like the coach says, but what are you going to do when it's Michael? Didn't extend, missed the shot.
Jordan with the hesitation. Yes! Michael Jordan has given the Bulls in their last 5 shots. Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan against Chicago.
A hard drive, get the elevation, get up, and then get a good look at the front of the rim. Being delivered.
Bulls have a 5-point lead. Here's Jordan. Yes! And it counts.
Jordan, escape dribble one time. Get Starks moving hard to his left, then immediately go up, elevate. What makes him almost impossible to guard when he's got his shot going is the fact that he is 6'6", gets up so well, and gets a clean look at the front of the rim.
Anthony to shoot. They want to see him fire it up. Jordan knocked it away. Jordan with the steal. 3-on-1, and Jordan puts it away as Starks and you.
But then as he goes up from behind his head, which we mentioned earlier, something Jordan loves to do, gets the block, off to the races in transition, give it up, get it back, unselfish basketball.
Jordan gets the pick from Grant. Armstrong, yes, a 3-pointer for B.J. Armstrong.
Try and take over by himself and win it? No, he brings 2 defenders, leaves the best 3-point shooter in the league wide open.
Ewing out to set a pick. Here's Starks, changed his mind. Plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 10. Ewing for Smith. 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 Stopped. Smith. Stopped again by Pippen. What a play by Scottie Pippen. Final seconds. Jordan for Armstrong. And the Bulls have defeated the Knicks. The Chicago Bulls.
But you pulled it out at the end. Well, we realized that the third quarter is going to be very important for us. We just wanted to kind of maintain, stay in the game in the third quarter, and we knew we had our chance in the fourth.
Now, a lot of things, you guys kept your poise. A lot of things went against you, the referees. I mean, a lot of calls that could have been controversial, but you kept your poise and stayed in it.
Well, we knew that. It's a road game for us.
Jordan wide open. Yes. That is his first field goal. Club 6 for 6. This is what took place back in Game 3 here in Chicago. Jordan to the fadeaway. Jordan with the step. Yes. 13 for Jordan. Everything's fixed. Shot doctor in the sky. Here's Jordan. Strong move off the spin. He got the step. This play continues. Here's Jordan. The Bulls lead.
Bumped Cartwright away with his body to give him the space he needs to get it clean up.
Michael Jordan lighting it home.
Ball instead a foul. Then a back cut by Jordan. His partner, Pippen, right on the money. Michael able to control with the great hands and convert.
Minute 35 to go. Jordan fouled by Rivers. And now Jordan with some words for Rivers. And Jordan being ushered aside. Oh, Doc Rivers just went back at Michael Jordan, and they're being separated.
Against Mark Price and Terrell Brandon pressuring him. Kevin Johnson presents a few different problems, however.
Michael Jordan. It's Jordan, final seconds, getting it off. Yes. 3/10 of a second.
And Phil Jackson goes with his small group, the 3-guard offense. Michael Jordan pulls up, hits a jumper, and this will be... Michael Jordan gets Marley off balance. You can see him rock back on his heels. Just gets enough space to elevate and get a good look at the rim.
Last year as a member of the Portland Trail Blazers. from deep. Yes. Michael Jordan in this game. Phoenix have moved within 9. They were down by 20. Here's Jordan extending. Michael Jordan driving the lane.
Marley gets up so close that Michael has no choice but to put it on the floor, take it to the basket, and the fact that they didn't close down in time allows him to get to the front of the rim.
So Michael Jordan, pocket 4. Dumas lost it, and Pippen feeds Jordan. Michael Jordan. On the outside shot and went to the floater.
Michael Jordan, who puts the ball on the floor, the ability to convert with either hand. Well, this time he decides he's going to use the left hand. Up on a little different look, winding his way down the lane, the concentration, even with the body contact.
That was his explanation.
Well, I thought that good offensive rebound there by
his third.
Well, Michael Jordan, who has the ability to get that first step, get in the lane quickly, finds an easy way to get himself 2 points.
Bulls swing it. They did not have the good shot. Now Jordan finds the good shot.
What patience by the Bulls team. Jordan penetrates.
Quarter able to field that long pass. Williams played well in the first half. Jordan able to penetrate, and the Bulls with a 76.
So Michael Jordan, who had 10 points in the first half, sees the seam, the opening, gets past Dumas after the fake.
We have 3 officials, but 3 of the best officials here.
Jordan with the steal, and Jordan goes all the way.
Really playing small forward.
Jordan off the dribble. 25.
Jordan and Chicago's trying to get it over to him for a mismatch.
And Jordan able to head off the fake.
Run a series of little screens to free him up, then a little fade move, show the ball, change of direction. Good clean look at the rim for Michael. Scottie Pippen then.
By Jordan and scooped up by Pippen, leading to the fast break. Jordan. Yes. And the game is tied.
Just did there.
Jordan looks like Michael wants to get Jordan for 3. Yes. Michael Jordan.
Honest, he held up his hands, so the officials went along with the call.
Game is tied at 31. Michael Jordan came up very strong in the playoffs the last couple of years. Michael Jordan with a sweet stroke. Pippen broke it up. Nobody back for the Suns. It's Jordan all the way.
Ball. Unselfish play by the Bulls. Give it to Michael. Let him get the 2.
Finish it. Jordan. The Bulls lead 47 of the losses after the All-Star break. Jordan on the recovery. Now that's one you rarely.
Jordan couldn't extend, but Marley goes back and gets a body on him right there to prevent him from scoring. But Jordan recovers more quickly than Dan Marley.
Horace Grant with the rebound and pops it back out. Here's Jordan for 3. Yes. So Michael Jordan
more time.
Jordan. Yes. And they do answer first. And Jordan rebound.
See, that's what I was talking about, the half court. Here's Pippen on the layup, and the basket counts.
Chambers blocked from behind by Jordan. Bulls have hit 6 of the last 7. What a pass. Jordan for Grant. Jordan. So Michael Jordan to the floater. Barkley wants to stay in. He is hurting. The reverse. Michael Jordan has 30. Jordan. Michael has 32 points.
Back on the floor, you have to pay special attention. He has the mentality of taking the ball to the basket and then so good finishing with either right or left.
Michael Jordan. He's getting good looks. Strong gets to it.
You see gang rebounding by Chicago. Everybody tries to help out.
And Jordan able to finish it off.
B.J. Armstrong, because watch him lift off the man who was guarding Michael Jordan, and he lifted him off and then came right back to him. Beautiful move by B.J. to set up Michael Jordan.
Jordan to the fadeaway. Michael Jordan with another big shot.
Michael Jordan, where he knows he wants to go up. Then he gets a little fade, but the extra lift in his legs to give him the clean look at the rim. You know it's going in from the time it leaves his hands, just by the way he used his legs.
The series of fakes. Michael Jordan makes it 40 points.
Smart enough to get the ball to Michael Jordan in a one-on-one isolation. The other four red shirts on the other side of the floor watching Michael. Chicago has to withstand the early minutes.
And Michael Jordan puts the ball home right now. Here's Pippen. And it's tipped home by Jordan. Have only 2 team fouls. Very few whistles here at the start. Jordan, after feeling around for the presence of Marlin. Phoenix trying to cut it to a 2-1 lead. Chicago trying to go up 3-0, and Michael Jordan puts the Bulls up. Jordan off the crossover. Oh, he's on fire.
KJ guarding Michael. This time he feels the bigger man needs a little space, a little hip action, then elevate over the top to get a good look. Not only does he do it at the offensive end, but he leaves Marley, picks Oliver Miller's pockets, goes down, gets the easy score, and Dan Marley.
Jordan with the room. Too much room. 9, it was Jerry West of the Lakers scoring 41. John Havlicek of Boston put in 43 as Michael Jordan possession. Jordan for 3. Now Marley picks up Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Jordan. Oh, he set it up with the crossover, the open floor. Jordan for 3. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter as Michael Jordan is given the ball. Jordan going black. Phoenix. And at 35 to go, 4th quarter. Jordan sets up one.
He can do it all. He's going to go baseline this time. Take all the double teaming by Horace Grant. Slam dunk by Horace Grant. And this crowd is going crazy.
Johnson fell down.
Tried to get it going. Phoenix defended him well. But on the reverse, KJ loses his balance trying to hip up and bump Michael Jordan. Jordan then with no one in front of him gets a clean look, hits the jump shot. KJ there, goes down. You've got to try and maintain your balance. Don't give him a clear look.
About 2 minutes remaining of the second overtime. Jordan. Now Jordan to the fadeaway.
Pippen's struggling. He's got to do it. After he makes this one, he turns as he's running down the floor, and on his face you could see it. He didn't come up with the rebound.
Here's Jordan.
In the game, go back to when at the end of the first quarter, Pippen went a little bit too soon to the basket.
And Jordan in the early going. Phoenix 6 and Chicago 2. Michael Jordan hitting on his first attempt on Friday night. And the Suns want to make it a game 6 back in Phoenix on Sunday. Michael Jordan, caught right, played by Barkley. Jordan, yes. 5, and the Suns 22. Bulls have hit their last 7 straight as Michael Jordan makes it 4 for 7 by 2. Bulls have led by as many as 7. Michael Jordan on target. He's 5 out of 8 has played in this series. Seldom used during the season. Jordan, yes, and it counts.
Was so concerned about McCray coming down from the top that he lost sight of Stacey King from behind him.
Jordan with 15. The Bulls lead 35-31.
That's there today or at this particular time, and I think that's helped me elevate my game and be more consistent with my play.
You kind of miss the dark sunglasses look on you.
And the Bulls now lead 37-35. Here's Jordan. 19 for Jordan.
Walt Westphal, I would think, feels pretty good. He hasn't had to play KJ on Michael a whole lot here so far, and they're still close enough. If he needs him a lot in the second half, he should be fresh.
Michael Jordan, 10 for 14.
KJ did a good job keeping the ball in front of him.
Jordan with some room. 11 of 16, 27 points. The NBA Finals record most points in a half, 35 by Michael Jordan. Game 1. Last year's series against Portland. Bulls 0 for the last 6. Michael Jordan has returned and gets right to it. 29 for Jordan. The Bulls 57. The Suns 53.
Something missing off of Michael Jordan this evening. The wrist brace on the right arm. The shooting hand is not there this evening.
Chambers with room. It was deflected by Grant. Grant with the block. Jordan around Marley. Jordan all the way! Yes! And it counts!
Well, Michael is dangerous when he gets the rebound and he can go coast to coast. He's going to dunk on 2 guys.
In Chicago, very little time to try and score back at him.
That has not been one of Charles's forte, shooting from downtown. Michael Jordan, 14 for 20. Charles Barkley, 6 of 13. Michael Jordan, once again with the extension. Replaced Bill Cartwright. Jordan around Dumas. Yes! And it counts!
Now he's just 2 for 9 from the floor. Not real confident shooting.
Michael Jordan, very confident shooting the ball. 41 for Jordan. Ainge changed his mind, started to go up, crowd wanted to travel, and then it's thrown away. Oh, Jordan and Ainge trash talking. Ainge with his hands on Jordan. Jordan just told him, get your hands off me.
And scoring like they're doing.
Jordan, nice pull-up move by Michael Jordan. He has 45. The Bulls lead 88-85. Here comes Jordan. For Michael Jordan. O'clock Eastern Time, right here on NBC. Crossover move for Jordan and finishes with the finger roll, plus the foul. Jordan using the official Hugh Evans as a screen, and then he's pushed. Oh, Ainge and Jordan going at each other.
They want to play good defense without fouling right now.
There is a 7-second disparity between the shot clock and the game clock. Jordan, yes, and it counts!
You know, it would have been better for Charles to foul him all the way than halfway fouling.
Gunning for point number 55. The Bulls lead by 5. Michael Jordan for 3. Yes.
After Jordan makes this three-pointer, he turns and comes back almost with a sense of satisfaction on his face.
If you're going to lose, you lose with Charles Barkley.
Here's Jordan. And they've hit a lot. Oh, the alley-oop for Michael Jordan.
On Kevin Johnson as he pulls him in a different direction than he really wants to go. Left hand pulls, Jordan changes direction. The lob pass by Scottie Pippen. Jordan converts. Take him one way, pull him with that left hand if you can get away with it. And then all you have to do is be able to jump 3 feet above the rim.
Rejected by Jordan.
It starts with defense for the Chicago Bulls. You may talk about Michael's scoring.
Got them this early lead.
Jordan, difficult shot.
Down low, Michael Jordan knows if he catches it quick enough and turns before the double team can get
To the Chicago Bulls.
Jordan, yes. Cotton Fitzsimmons, Senior Executive Vice President of the Suns, commentator on the radio broadcast.
He said, well, if I can't get to the basket tonight, I'll just pull up and take my jump shot. You see that he had his head down, that froze Dan Marley, and he just jumped right up for his jump shot.
Scott Williams joining Jordan, Pippen, and Armstrong. Michael Jordan guarding Michael Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Jordan cuts it to a 4-point.
Here is that, first of all, Michael Jordan is just going to take KJ as close as he can to the basket and then jump right over him. He's been doing that all evening. Executing the offensive play in the half court very well.
Michael Jordan line drives.
And hopefully, if he go after Danny, we have to go after him.
Jordan for three. Yes. 3-on-1. 4-on-1. It's Jordan.
Numbers until number 23 decides to jump in there. Now it's 4-on-1. Michael with the finish.
Jordan with the turnaround. Michael Jordan. Disappointed. They came here hoping to celebrate a three-peat. Michael Jordan.
Smart move by Ainge. Michael Jordan was trying to create right there something for Paxson, but Ainge started to come and went back, stayed at home with his play.
Was stopped. Michael Jordan on a pull-up. Yes. The Bulls 3. Suns 12. Bulls 9. Jordan for 3. And Michael Jordan. Invitation dribble. Crowd roaring. They thought he stepped out of bounds. Jordan hits another 3.
Game early, down low inside, posting up against Kevin Johnson, and now he's catching Richard Dumas, the rookie, in late rotations. Stops behind the three-point line, hits one. KJ moves back to guard him. He just shoots right over the top.
Remaining in the quarter. Jordan, yes. And Michael Jordan
here in this building by NBA security.
All right, Jordan from long range. That's a 3.
Now on.
And Jordan gets right back to it. Shot clock at 8. Michael Jordan in front.
He feels Danny Ainge coming from the top, so he spins to the left shoulder, shoots the fadeaway, hits it over Kevin Johnson. The next time on the other side of the floor, he sees Marley coming late, so he turns to the right shoulder, elevates over Kevin Johnson. The ability to read the defense.
Shot clock at 4. Jordan. Michael Jordan. 5:25 remaining in the game. Jordan getting the good look. Minutes remaining in the fourth. Here is Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan. Double up on Jordan. Here is Jordan. Yes.
Michael Jordan. Kicked it back outside. Then they go right back into him again. He knows that he's got time if he turns quickly.
By Michael Jordan. Now Frank Johnson, not the man that the Suns would have wanted to take that shot, and Jordan is able to go.
Looked up the floor, saw a clear path to the basket. Nobody moved over to stop him. They certainly didn't want to foul and give him a three-point play, so he scores and uses very little time.
It has come down to this possession.
They want Michael to get a full head of steam, try to keep him in the middle of the floor.
Well, Pippen got the step. Here's Paxson for 3. Yes! The Bulls take a 1-point lead, and Phoenix calls for time with 3 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Bulls right here. The only points scored by anyone aside from Michael Jordan as they kick it back out to John Paxson. The field goal by Paxson for
team.
3, 9/10 seconds to go. Kevin Johnson will inbound. Oliver Miller plays it. Here's Johnson. Johnson gets, no, he could not get it off. Knocked away by Grant. It's all over. The Chicago Bulls have made it 3 straight NBA championships.
Alright, so first play here. Those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you know I like to talk about those things that kind of go unnoticed, those small things that Michael do. So you saw when he caught the ball here, there was a defender who was already coming from his right. So he catches it, swings through to the right, from left to right to go by him, and then as I think there's John Concac coming, he immediately goes back left and switches back around Concac to finish left. So it's like those small, intricate little things I always like to point out when I see them. All right, so next part here is obviously after he twisted his ankle, and which is, you know, in typical Michael Jordan fashion, anytime he would get hurt or anything like that, normally he would come back, and when he would be like, it would almost be like that, the dynamic of a wounded animal, or like when someone loses like their hearing or their eyesight, like everything else compensates So a lot of times when he would be hurt, and I mean, a lot of you that played sports at a higher level, you'll be able to relate to this as well. It's like when you're hurt a little bit, it's like everything else seems to compensate. So, and like as far as basketball goes, or with Mike, his ankle's hurting, but then like his passes are on point. His jump shot rhythm starts coming. He starts reading the defense better. It's like everything else just seems to compensate for that, for that sore ankle in this case. Now, I have no idea why Gerald Wilkins would publicly state that he was going to be the Jordan stopper, or Cleveland, why they would put out there that, yeah, we got Gerald Wilkins to help, guard Michael Jordan. And I don't even know why that would even be a thing. Gerald had been in the league, I think he was drafted in '86. So he was with the Knicks from '86 to '92, so he had seen plenty of Jordan. So if he couldn't stop Jordan for the Knicks, I don't understand why anyone would think, including him, that he'd be able to stop Jordan for Cleveland. And then to, put it out there that you're going to be the Jordan stopper. I mean, you can see during this entire game, Mike, as we know, took it personally. And this was just my favorite play of the bunch. It was really like, it was really him as that black cat per se, where he goes to the right and cuts back so hard he almost slips. Has to put his hand down, catch his balance, just like a cat, go straight to the basket, elevate and then just drop it in. Just a beautiful play. But Gerald Wilkins, what the hell were you thinking, man? All right, so I wanted to focus in on this. Many of you probably know this already, but you saw during this entire playoff run, and even going back in the regular season, that Mike had a wrap on his right wrist, which was like injured for the entire season. And then it got worse. There was a game in Detroit where Dennis Rodman fouled him, and he kind of landed on that wrist because he was trying to break himself, because he basically got taken out of the air. So, and he was trying to break his fall, and he landed on that wrist and made it even worse. I think it was in April, so it was in the latter part of the regular season as well. So I wanted to just point that out as far as for anyone who didn't know. That was why he was going and finishing with his left hand a lot. So when he got this dunk here, he actually went and finished left-handed because his right wrist was sore. It was also explaining why a lot of his shooting was so inconsistent during that playoff run. Like, for instance, the conference finals against the Knicks, he was 3 for 18 in Game 3, and then he gets hot and goes for 54 in Game 4. And then same thing against the finals, where he didn't shoot well in Game 3 against the Suns, but then he goes for 55 in Game 5 or Game 4, and it doesn't shoot well again in Game 5. So it was very inconsistent because he had that sore wrist. Double team and get the ball out of his hands. Make someone else beat you, as they would, as it's been come to say. Make someone else beat you. Get the ball out of his hands. And Gerald does a good job. I don't understand what Cleveland was thinking. And Lenny Wilkins should have known better. He should have known better. And, I almost feel bad for him, though, because he ended up in Atlanta later on in the 90s, and he was still getting cooked by Mike there as well. All right, so as you all know, whenever I see something like this, I'm always going to point it out with the dichotomy with today's league. I mean, you see Mike takes the hit from Greg Anthony and doesn't even fall down. Like, he lands on his feet, obviously, and he catches his body weight because his upper body's taking the hit, so his upper body's going towards the ground. But he still lands on his feet and gathers himself. And we already know in today's league, he would be on the ground, rolling around for 5 minutes, playing dead, trying to draw a flagrant 2 and all that sort of thing. And it wasn't in the clip, but they threw Greg Anthony out because it was already getting chippy. Scotty had already gotten thrown out at this point for throwing a ball at an official. So at this point they weren't playing around, so they just tossed him. And this one I just like. It's not really a play. I just like when because we know Mike is a fiery competitor, but oftentimes, or most of the time, it wouldn't really come out like that. But times like this, when he would like get in someone's face or start talking to somebody in an aggressive manner, I just like to see it when it would come out on the court, because we know it was always there. It was just generally on the inside. And with this play, it's not so much this play. Well, it is, but like if you notice, like during the finals when Marley was guarding him, he would always get him with a crossover. And Dan Marley was on record. I don't remember, it was at some point during the series, because I remember they talked about it during one of the games, probably Game 6, that anytime Dan Marley said anytime Mike would change direction on him, he couldn't stay with him. He just absolutely couldn't stay with him. And I think this one here was like the most glaring example of that, where he goes hard to the right, just pulls it back, and Dan Marley keeps going. And then he gets a straight line pass to the basket for the finger roll and the finish and the foul. All right, and one thing I just want to talk about here with this last play, a certain someone on a certain television show who likes to support a certain current player that wears number 23 always likes to bring up Michael Jordan passing the ball to John Paxson. No, Michael Jordan did not pass the ball to John Paxson. I just want to get that clear real quick. The play actually broke down. That's how it ended up in John Paxson's hand. The play was for Mike to inbound the ball to Scotty, get it back, then he passes it up to Scotty, then he was supposed to, it was all supposed to be a give and go. So when he gives it up to Scotty, he was supposed to blow by and get the ball back. But the defender was there, so Scotty turned up court and just pushed it up, ended up kicking it to Horace, and the whole defense collapsed. And then Horace kicked it out back to Paxson, and he got the ball and he was open, and we know the rest is history. But I just wanted to point it out real quick that that was not the intent of the play for it to end up in John Paxson's hands. But anyway, if you made it through this far of the video, thank you. You must really like the Black and Red 8s, and you must really like my commentary. If you would, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. More is on the way. Have a good one. Peace. Peace.